Okay, now we'll go to the next phase. That is, till now we have seen how to create data and how to read the data, right? Create data from create table statement and read data from the select statement, and we have learned different types of filtering on that, right? Next, the logical things come is updating the data, right? I have a table. I know there are some data. I want to update it, right? So how can I achieve data updation, right? So I'll remove this one. We'll start. So I'll take one example. Okay. So here there is a person called John Doe who is a manager whose ID is 1. Right now, your boss comes and tells you there is a person whose name is John Doe whose ID is 1. He is a manager. You have to mark him as senior manager. Right. So what I will do first, let me check whether he is right or not. Right. So I'll say select star from employees, right? So we have learned about where condition. So what did my boss say? Where ID equals to 1 and designation equals to manager, right? I'll run this one, right? So we have two entries. I think there are duplicate entries, but the concept is clear, right? So I have an employee ID 1. He is a manager. I want to mark him as senior manager, right? So how can I update this one, right? So what I can say is update employees, right? Now what we have to update, for that we will say set what designation equals to senior manager, right? Now very important part, when you are doing update you always have to add where condition. If you don't add where condition, it will update everything in the database, which we don't want, right? Be very careful when you are running a update statement in production database or in any database. You always have to add a where condition, unless you want to update the whole table, right? Otherwise, big screw up, right? So, right, what will be the where condition? The where condition will be same as this one, right? Because this is the person I want to update. So update employee, update what designation, set it to senior manager, where ID is 1 and designation is manager. Now when I ran this previously, it was manager. Now I will run this one, right? Affected rows 2, because they are duplicate data that you can ignore, but anyways, the update has happened, right? Now we will check. Now if I run with this condition, you think I will get any result? I won't get any result, right? Because there is no person with ID 1 and manager. Now it has become senior manager, right? So I will search as senior manager now, right? And I'll run this one, right? Now John Doe is a senior manager, right? So this is the concept of update in a nutshell, right? We will check few more example, right? Now your boss comes to you and he tells you, okay, increase the salary of all developers, make it double. All the developers double their salary, right? So what we can do, update employees, of course. Set what? Set salary, right? Set to what? Salary times 2, right? Where I don't want to run any ID, I'll say where designation equals to developer, right? So I'll say I'll copy this condition and I will paste it here just to see what we have current data now, right? And I'll remove this where ID. Okay, so we have developers. This is 20,000, this is 70,000, like that. Now I will run this query, this update statement, right? It says 10 rows affected, right? Now let us take this 20,000 and 70,000. This should have become 40,000 and 1,40,000, right? Let us see, right? So 40,000, 1,40,000. So all developers have got their salary doubled, right? So this update statement, all you have to do is be very careful with your where condition, right? Based on this where condition that we have learned, right? Between not null, right, is null, all those things will be applicable here, and based on that you can run the update statement, right? Now what I can say is, let us take another example. So all the people who have salary of null, assign them a salary of 10,000, let us say, right? So first let me see what is the data in which salary is null, right? So where salary, right, is null, right? Let me check. So we have some data in which salary is null, right? Now your boss says, okay, give them 10,000 minimum salary. So I'll say update employee set salary equals to 10,000, where salary is null. Of course, that will be the condition, right? Where salary is null. I will run this one. 15 rows affected. Now if I try to run this query, will I get any result? No, right? Because there is no longer any column in which salary is null. I have updated everything, right? So this query, earlier it used to give me few result. Now it is empty, right? Done. So this is update statement in a nutshell. Be very careful with your where condition. Double check with a select statement whether you are getting the same result that you want to update. Based on that, so do the update. Okay. Now the logical next step is delete, right? Delete is very similar to update. You have to give the where condition, and I said be very careful with the where condition in update. You have to be double careful when you are writing a delete statement with the where condition. If you don't add a where condition, everything will be deleted. Be very careful. Here we are working with temporary data, rough data. That's fine. We will run thousands of delete statements. That's fine. When you are dealing anything in production about delete, be very careful. And so I'll keep the where condition. Okay, right? So we'll learn about delete, right? So delete, what will be the syntax? Delete from, right, table name. Delete from table name. If you only run this one, your table will be deleted, right? But we don't want that. We want a where condition, where id equals to 2, say. So I want to delete the person with id 2. Right now if I select id equals to 2, right? Of course duplicate data, that's fine. We get 2 columns, right? Now I want to delete this one, right? I delete. So it says 2 rows affected, right? I run this one, the select statement. Of course I won't get anything, right? Because id2 is deleted, right? And here all the where condition concept remains same. Be it your null, not null, in between, greater than equal to, and or, all the where condition remains the same. All this will do is delete from that particular table all those rows which matches your where condition, right? We'll take one more example. Delete from employees where designation is intern, right? I want to delete all employees where designation equals to intern, right? Will delete 2 rows affected, right? Now if I take this where condition and run a select on this one, of course we won't get any data, right? Because it's all deleted, right? We won't get any data in which designation is intern, right? So that's the concept of delete, and use it with utmost caution.